y'all, and welcome to today's video. We are doing speed reviews. I've been trying so much new makeup. I have really put this stuff to the test, and I'm ready to follow up and give you my full review. First impression videos are fun, trying new makeup is fun, but for me, it's always important to follow up after I've really used these things, let you know my full thoughts. So let's jump into it. Let's start out with these brow products from Sydney Grace. Sydney Grace sent me a package with a few things, and I've really been enjoying testing out some more of their products. I love their Mel Thompson palette. I love their Tina Fancy Face palette. So I was really excited when they sent me their brow products because this is something I would have never purchased for myself, because I'm thinking I don't like brow pomades, I don't like brow powders. I like pencils, I like pens. So honestly, when these launched from Sydney Grace, they weren't really even on my radar. They sent them to me, so I'm like, let me just try them, and I have used these almost every single time I've done my brows since I tried them. I posted a video testing these out, filling in my brows with the pomade and the powder a while ago now. It's been a while because I'm like, you know, I love this. The first time I used it, I loved it. I used it a lot, but I'm like, let me see if I'm actually really going to keep using this. You know, like sometimes you doubt yourself. You're like, I love it, but let me keep on. And I have to say, the love has not faded. There's something about these brow powders that are so easy. So let me show you actually. This is the Deep Brown Eyebrow Pomade, and you can tell I've been using it, but this will last me a long time. I love, love, love the pomade. And then the palette though, this, look at this. This blows me away. I have the Jet Black Eyebrow Palette, and I love mixing and matching these depending on if I want a darker brow, a lighter brow. I can kind of dip into the shades differently. I just feel like this makes my brows look so amazing, and I'm so happy that Sydney Grace sent me these. It's going to take me so long to go through this, but I can tell you, if I do use up one of these products, which I'm sure I will be on the Sydney Grace site before that happens ordering more. Like, this, phenomenal. Let's talk about these lip oil gloss things from Milk, okay? I do have a reel swatching all of these. Milk Makeup sent me their lip gloss oil things. Let me find them all. I am so happy because if y'all follow along my judging new makeup videos, things like that, I did say I was planning to buy a couple of these when they launched from Milk because I was already curious. It's supposed to be like a lip oil, lip gloss hybrid. They're Odyssey lip oil glosses, yes, from Milk Makeup. And Milk actually sent me all of them. So I'm super excited because I could swatch them. I'm looking for the shade I have on today. This one. I saw so many people raving about this one, and I think it's because it's a fun color. Now, I don't think this is for everybody. Like, it's a tinted lip oil that leans blue, so like you cool things down. It has a shimmer. It's kind of weird, but I love weird. So I have loved this one the most. This is Globetrot, but I know this isn't the vibe for everybody. I'm actually wearing this very sheerly. I didn't go in with a ton because I didn't want a big blue tint, but I wanted a little sheen. I wanted a little sparkle. So I'm wearing it sheerly today, and I'm wearing it on top of a lip liner. I'm wearing it on top of my Glam Light Barbie lip liner. So that's really how I love these, just with a little lip liner and a little of this over top, and you have this like hydrating, nourishing gloss. This that I have on, I have not touched up this lip, and I put this on actually about 5 hours ago. I got ready And then a lot happened before I could sit down and talk with y'all. So this makeup look that you're seeing, it's been on about 5 hours. I have not touched up the lip whatsoever. I see I'm getting just a little shiny right in here. I don't care. It's fine. I really like this formula. This is really beautiful. If you are a lover of lip oils like I am, like Blend Bunny lip oils, Lunar Beauty lip oils, the new Fantasy Cosmetica lip oils, Sigma lip oils, Vive, this is not that. This is like a lip oil lip gloss hybrid. If you took a really great lip oil, if you took a really great lip gloss, and you mix them together. So you get a little more thickness, and not in a bad way, just more of that gloss feel, but you still get that oil hydration. I'm into it. I've worn every single shade on my lips. Some of them have shimmer, some of them do not. There is like a clear one, there's more pinky ones, like there's shades, and I like that. I'm glad they didn't just come out with one or two. I'm glad they gave us a range. So whatever color preference you may want, you can probably find an option in these lip oils. Of course, mine, like my personal favorite, is the blue one. If I had to pick a favorite after that one, which one would I pick? Whoops, maybe this one. This one is Soul Search. It's the kind of like baby pink with a little bit of shimmer. I love a little bit of shimmer. And I think probably my third most used is Voyage, because it can like give you a vampy look. So if you have a lip that's a little too light, you want a little bit of darkness, you can throw this on. But I've been loving these from Milk. So I wanted to start off the video with some things I love before we talk about some things I hate, and then maybe we'll swap back to things I love, and we'll also talk about the okay stuff. That's why I love these feed reviews. We talk about the good, the bad, and the in-between. Okay, Lottie London sent me a package of their Vampire Diaries makeup, and I haven't like got my thoughts together on everything yet, but I did try the pH color changing lip and cheek stick, and this is in the shade Hybrid. This is so sheer, and listen, I get the appeal of a sheer lip and cheek tint, but this is almost so sheer to where it verges into like children's makeup. And I'm not trying to be like overly critical on purpose or anything. I just want to share with you like my honest thoughts of trying these products. I had to really kind of layer this on my hand to get any color to show up. I had to really layer this on my lips to get anything to show up. And on the cheeks, it was barely there. If you are somebody who likes to wear a blush with no other makeup, no skin tint, no powder, nothing like that, you may see some of that flush come through, but with any other product, you just really cannot see it on the cheeks, in my experience, in my opinion. So for me, this is not a win. I mean, it is Vampire Diaries themed, but I don't know that I would even buy it if I was just a fan of the show. I'm not a huge lover of the show. I've seen a couple of the first seasons, but it's not like there are photos or drawings or designs or anything. I mean, you just have the Vampire Diaries logo here, but it's clear. So even as like a collector's type item, I don't love it. So this was a miss for me. Okay, let me tell you, these primers from Hard Candy, I don't love. This Glow Serum Primer, way too slippy for me. I like to use glowy primers sometimes underneath my more matte skin tints or mattifying primers, something like that, to where I want a little bit of glow to show through. I can really enjoy that. I do have oily skin. I am 36, and I typically have my makeup on at least 12 hours, so I like my products to long wear, and even then, I still like glowy primers from time to time. This one, though, it's not so much that it's so glowy, it's just that it kind of slips and slides underneath. If you watch the video, everything I'm going to talk to you about, I have featured in videos here on my channel, so you can see the products in action. But I did use this with a more glowy skin tint, so I thought, you know, is it one or the other? But no matter what, it's just a little too slippy, and I feel like my makeup slides around. So for me, with oily skin, living in a humid place, it's a no-go. The matte serum primer is okay. Like, it's fine, but it's nothing to be like, yes, I love this. Nothing to be excited about. You know, like, it's fine. It's okay. That's really all I can say about it. It mattified a little bit. It was fine. The makeup laid okay on top of it. It didn't do enough for me to be like, oh wow, I can't wait to use that again. It was just okay. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Now, let me tell you, not this. There are some products from Hard Candy they sent me that I love. Let me find, first of all, the Wednesday lip liner in Tormenta. Beautiful. It reminds me very much of the Juvia's Place lip liner formula. It's in that same twist up, but it's pigmented. It's not too firm. It's not too soft. Beautiful. I also really love this color. Fill in my lips with it. Put on one of those glossy lip oils. Beautiful. And I have to tell you, let me pull these out. I have these like stored in front of me because I've been using these so much. The Wednesday liquid liners from Hard Candy, so good, y'all. So good. The blue, the black, the purple, they go on. They're a more matte finish. Like, they don't stay shiny. They glide on and they stay. I like to extend my liquid liner right in here usually and kind of connect it to my lower, and it doesn't bleed. It doesn't fade. I know in the video where I tried this, I had it bleeding a little bit right in here, kind of on my wrinkles and crinkles on my lid. I've never had that issue again, so I think it was like a me problem that day, because if you saw that video, it did that a little over here, it didn't over here. I've tried it, I've worn it like 14 plus hours. It has not faded. It is cool Wednesday packaging. They had these cool colors. It's this beautiful like brush tip. I love a brush tip. And it's just so good. So I have the blue, the black, and the purple one. And these are less than $8. Like, don't play with me. They're so good. Hard Candy, you know, the primers may not have been for me, but the lip liners, the eyeliners, such a win. Sigma has launched lip creams, and I love. If you've been watching my videos or seen me over on Instagram, you know I've been wearing these in a ton of looks. These are like a lipstick, like a liquid lipstick and a gloss. Had a love child because they have this comfortable feel on the lips like a gloss, not sticky at all, but more glossy than a traditional like satin lipstick. They last longer on the lips than a gloss or a satin lipstick, but they definitely are not matte. There is no dry feeling, and they're not super long wear like a liquid lipstick. So they really killed it with this formula. Really, really beautiful. I like that we have these beautiful like mauve-y shades, but we have like shades that are more warm, shades that are more cool, shades that are a little lighter, shades that are a little deeper. So very similar tones, but surprisingly, you see the difference now. Listen, I feel like those of us who are into makeup, we see the differences. And I love that I have like this more warm tone, this really light shade, this more pinky shade, this one too that's a little more warm. I really like the formula. And on days where I've been getting ready and then I'm like, what do I do on the lips? I feel like I keep going back to these. Like, this has kind of been the one that I reach for. And I really like this shade right here, Rosewood, with the Hard Candy liner, the Wednesday one, Tormenta. Like, it adds such a pretty pop on top, and just kind of blending those together, I've been in love. This setting spray from Lottie London they sent me, I don't like it. It's very aggressive. This is their Stay Matte AF setting spray, alcohol free. So it does say to shake before use, but it's kind of an aggressive sprayer. It has, I don't know, it's like you know those matte setting sprays that have just a little bit of like powder particles in there? So if you don't shake it just right, if you don't get like just the perfect spray, it can leave like little dots on your face. This one will do that. So I'm not into that one from Lottie London, but I did buy the new Milk Pore Eclipse Translucent Loose Setting Powder in medium. I ordered this from Sephora because I love loose powders. I love the Milk Pore Eclipse line. I think it's really, really beautiful. So I decided to order this, and I really, really like it, y'all. There have been some good setting powders that have come out lately, and this one is beautiful and mattifying. It reminds me a lot of my Lunar Beauty powder. I think Lunar Beauty may be a little more finely milled, but I think this one may be just a little more mattifying. Really, really beautiful. I like the container. I like the Pore Eclipse line, and I'm happy with my purchase. This LYS setting spray I ordered from Sephora. It is a natural finish skin loyalty blur, mattify, and set spray. So I like this spray. You can see I've used a good bit of it. Can you see like it's down to here now? This is my first purchase from LYS. First of all, I really like this triangle packaging. I want to try more from the brand. For me, I don't think it mattifies at all. I don't know that it extends the wear of my makeup. I haven't noticed that at all. But I do think it's a great setting spray for meshing everything together. A lot of times that's what I'm reaching for when I want to finish off my makeup. A lot of times before I do my eyes, like when I have done primer, foundation, concealer, powder, bronzer, maybe blush, highlight, but usually after the bronzer, I'll kind of spray my face before I do my eyes, and it will just kind of mesh everything together. That's what I like this for. I definitely think it does the natural finish, more blur and set type of thing. I don't notice a ton of blurring, but what I notice is everything, all that makeup kind of meshes well after, and that gives that blurred look because everything just looks a little more set and blended. So I'm very happy with my purchase of that. Okay, Jones Road Beauty sent me their new lip liners, and I enjoy these. Well, they sent me 4 of the shades. They did a shade expansion, and they're all like mauve or brown tones, and I like these. You've seen me use these several times in my videos. I would compare these a lot to the Lawless Beauty lip liners. They're a little more creamy than a pencil lip liner from MAC or something like that. You're able to sharpen them to a really nice point and get a nice line. But if you find that MAC lip liners or One Size, ABH, Unearthly, I would say those are all like my favorites. And then a little more creamy than that would be the Lawless and these from Jones Road. So I really like these. They are a little more creamy than my absolute favorites, but I don't feel like they slide around. They don't create a mess. They're really nice, and I really like these shades. So I've been excited to try some more products from Jones Road. Okay, I made a purchase from Pink Honey. They were having a sale on their website, and let me tell you, their shipping was so fast. I really like them. Like, I placed an order for Beauty Bay because I wanted another shade of this. I like it that much. And like just ordering from the brand site, it got to me so much quicker than ordering from Beauty Bay. So I did buy their bronzing face frosting. So this is their cream bronzer. These are available at Beauty Bay. So Pink Honey's site was faster, but it might be like better for you to get free shipping or something from Beauty Bay. You just might have to wait a little bit longer. So this is their cream bronzer. I bought it in this shade Fudge Glaze. And then let me show you side by side because I also bought Cookie Butter. And Cookie Butter is a bit light for me. It's not a bit light, it's too light when I get it on and blend it in. So here's the shades. Cookie Butter up here, you can see it's a bit lighter. Fudge Glaze is a little bit deeper. So from Beauty Bay, I actually did order a shade deeper than this because Fudge Glaze, I really have to layer a bit. It matches me now, but when I've been in the sun, I really have to layer it because it can be like when it's blended out, it can be a little too light for me. So I did actually end up ordering a shade that's a little bit deeper, but I like the formula so much. I'm like, I need this in a deeper shade. It doesn't move around. It gives me a beautiful warmth. It lays well if I put it on before foundation, after foundation. It just blends beautifully. It's really a great formula, and I'm kind of picky when it comes to my cream bronzers because sometimes they can slip and slide around. Sometimes they say it's a bronzer, but it's really a cool tone contour. Sometimes it buffs into nothing. Sometimes it looks patchy if you put it over. These are beautiful. Like, these are so beautiful. Pink Honey really did a great job with these. Definitely been using those almost every time I do my makeup. And I also bought their baked bronzers. So this is the Bake Face Frosting, and I bought the bronzers that correspond in Catchy Cookie and Famous Fudge. So I am wearing the Famous Fudge bronzer today. These are baked. They look very dark in the pan, but they buff out really beautifully. So this is what I have on today. This one specifically is more of like a neutral, warm leaning. It's not overly warm, really beautiful. So let me show you next to Cookie. So Cookie definitely has more warmth, this one right here, than Fudge does. So I really like the tone of this one in Fudge. I wore today these baked ones. I don't think are at Beauty Bay though. I think they're only on the Pink Honey site, but I may be wrong. These glosses from L'Oreal are so beautiful. These are the L'Oreal Paris. What are they actually called? You know what? I'm going to have to link them in the description box. But they look like this. I saw these at Walmart when I was there the other day. L'Oreal sent me some of their lip products to try, and I'm so glad they did because I hadn't really heard much about these glosses, and it's just not something I feel like I would have gravitated towards if I'm just shopping at Walmart. But the formula of these is so nice. This is a thin but very glowy gloss. The applicator is so nice. It comes to a nice point, and it's so glossy. It gives you that wet look with a tint of color. My personal favorite being the one with shimmer, of course. Some of them have a little bit of shimmer, some of them don't. None of them are super sparkly, but this one is Rosy Utopia, shade 90. This one's my favorite, and I really like these tones as well, but they are very wet looking on the lips, and I'm so into that effect, but they don't feel heavy or greasy or goopy or anything like that. Really, truly beautiful lip glosses. They also sent me these lipsticks. So let me see if I have a name for these. I don't think I do. Yes, I do. L'Oreal Glow Paradise. I have the shade 120, 200, and 130. So these feel like a more sheer kind of version of the Mario moisture lipsticks, the ones that are like a lipstick lip gloss hybrid. These are definitely more sheer than that. They're not quite as glossy, but it's like a sheer glowy version. Not full on gloss, but a very pretty glow, like a sheer bit of lip gloss in a lipstick form. Does that make sense? They're really pretty. I did post a video using these, and then I think I've used these in like a Instagram reel, things like that. I do try to sometimes share my reels here on Shorts, but sometimes it's just different time limits. I can't share everything to YouTube. So if you don't follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I'm sorry, but I know I tried these on there as well, and I'm really liking these lip products from L'Oreal. Listen, A++. Okay, Cosmic Brushes Face Frosting Highlighter Trio. I love Cosmic Brushes. My affiliate code with them is Heather if you ever shop at their site. I was planning to purchase this actually, and Cosmic Brushes sent it to me. I love the brand. This face frosting is beautiful. I love a good sparkly, colorful highlighter, and this gives it to me. Cosmic Brushes is a UK-based indie brand, indie meaning independently owned, and they are somehow like keeping their price point so nice. Like, so much of their stuff is under $30, which for an independently owned brand is amazing. So I have really been enjoying this. I think it's so beautiful for the eyes or the face. I've been into it. I'm so happy I have it. I like this Tower 28 concealer. This is MDR. I think this is like a neutral olive or warm olive shade. This is very thin, but it still gives me a nice like medium coverage. I have it in a shade that's a bit light, so it gives me some brightness. It doesn't crease or fade away. Listen, my oil is coming through like this. The humidity where I live is coming like this. So makeup, if it's not good, it will wear away and be patchy. This doesn't do that. It stays on my skin. I would say this is not as full coverage as my Natasha Denona Hygiene or the Huda Beauty concealer that I love, but it's a good medium coverage concealer where you don't want the full coverage. It's beautiful. I really like it. I'm happy to have it. Definitely going to keep using it. Now, this YSL concealer, luxury concealer, waste of money. It's not that the formula is so terrible. First of all, the packaging is cheapy. You hear that? Why is it doing that? Why are you a luxury concealer and you're... that makes me mad because I paid a lot of money for you. This is in the shade MN10. The applicator picks up so little concealer. So if you are looking for a concealer and you're like, I always overdo it, I need something to force me not to overdo it, this, because I have to dip in here so much. Now, I love concealer and I have a big face. I mean that as compared to other people, my face, like I have more surface area. So I use a lot of concealer. I have to dip into this so much. I get frustrated. I'm like, I just give up. I don't like this. And the formula is fine. It's nothing amazing, spectacular. It's not worth the effort. It's not worth the price. It's not worth that. It's not worth it. That's what I think about it. Throw it, chunk it, get rid of it. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about this REM Sweetener Foundation. Now, I bought the concealer from REM and I didn't love it. I just didn't. But the claims on this being medium, skin-like matte, natural finish, I'm like, let me just buy it. So this is in medium 7 neutral. I do mix in just a little bit of a more olive-based foundation to make this my perfect shade, but just a little bit, just to shade adjust. I like this. This is beautiful. I am wearing this today. I think it just looks seamless. It is not matte, but it is more of a skin-like finish, leaning matte maybe. More of like a natural finish, not glowy at all, but not super matte. It's a true medium coverage. It blends beautifully with a brush or a sponge, and I kind of like this weird packaging. It makes it easy when I'm reaching for stuff to be like, oh yeah, there's my REM. So I like this way more than I thought. It wears well, it blends well. I never wear this and think, ugh, I had a really bad foundation day. It always looks nice. I'm surprised. I was kind of surprised by this one, but I am enjoying it. All right, y'all, that is all we have to talk about today. We will do a separate video with palettes because I have so many palettes I need to follow up on for y'all. I still have some products in my bin that I have not fully got my thoughts on, so we will do another speed reviews soon. I hope whatever you're doing, you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe. I have so many videos coming, and I will see y'all soon in another video. Bye.